Hello and welcome to yet another vlog, my wetland vlogs on Manglajodi. I went for the second time to Manglajodi this February 2022 and this time it was with my birding group with whom I travel places across India, and with us was renowned photographer cum artist Mr. Sanat Das. Let's hear from him.
কেমন লাগছে একটু বলো কিছু।
আমার দারুণ অভিজ্ঞতা হচ্ছে, প্রথমবার এলাম এবং এত পাখি দেখতে পাবো, এত প্রকারের পাখি দেখতে পাবো আমি ভাবিনি। থ্যাঙ্কস টু সুমন, সৌম্য, দেন নোয়া, অদিতি, এদের সঙ্গে আসতে পারি।
3 কেজি ক্যামেরার অ্যাপারেটাস নিয়ে কেমন লাগছে? রেস্ট তো পাচ্ছ?
এই ওজনটা দেখুন, 2 মিনিট রাখতে গেলে হাত নেমে আসছে।
আমার তো হাতটা খুলে গেছে। এখন চলছে আরও আমাদের কাজকর্ম, আরও কিছু দেখবো হয়তো আশা করছি। আমাদের গাইড এবং বোটম্যান অনেক চেষ্টা করছে, তাও হোপফুলি আরও ভালো কিছু দেখবো।
We started with a very close shot of the glossy ibis which was feeding on the swamp. It looked at us but seemed it was not bothered, and so we went on with our journey. Then came the stilts and the sandpipers, and the ibis also joined them in unison. The purple heron gave us a very brief sighting before we moved. Our guide was very efficient in giving us with our first lifer, the bar-headed goose. The bar-headed goose is a goose that breeds in Central Asia in colonies of thousands near mountain lakes and winters in South Asia as far as south as peninsular India. It lays 3 to 8 eggs at a time in the ground nest. It is known to fly for extreme altitudes, even it reaches the Himalayas when migrating. This bird is pale grey and is easily distinguished from any. This time we met a Brahminicae juvenile. It was feeding on a frog kill, though the frog is not visible due to the grass covering. As the sun was on its peak, we moved on and we were greeted with pairs of ruddy shell ducks hovering here and there. They were actually plenty in number. We quite loved the way they moved after seeing us dawn. Now it's the gadwals. Last time during my trip in January, we could see them fly over us. They're very shy birds, very shy ducks actually. This time they gave us quite a good sighting. We saw a couple who were feeding on the grasslands and were also keeping a close watch on our moves. But they allowed us enough amount of time to photograph them, and also I could take some decent video for them. So this is the Gadwal family in front of you. To my disbelief, I saw a bunch of cormorants, at least 50, who were standing for a Sunday lunch there. Maybe there was some kind of meeting, and the scene was so beautiful because we had the hills behind them. Okay, so the wish got fulfilled, the knob-billed ducks. After a lot of effort, we could finally spot them. These are large bicolored water birds. Both sexes are indecent purplish green above with a white or buffy breast. Males have a large black lump on the bill, grey flanks and a whitish belly, whereas female. On our way back from our first safari in the morning, we saw the spintails, these garganes, the gadwals and all other ducks, the ruddy shell ducks and all this taking bath, and there was quite a relaxing atmosphere throughout. We also enjoyed seeing them enjoy their life in the natural habitat, and I didn't forget to take some good videos. Manglajodi is much more than an emerging bird spot. At the heart of it lies the villagers' belief that fragile ecosystems like this belong to everyone and their protection is important. It's a remarkable turnaround from a murky bird poacher's drain more than a decade ago to a model really inspiring. It was not easy task to change the mindset of the Indian Gramin services. Thus, a community-owned social enterprise, Mangalajodi Ecotourism Trust, evolved in the process, managing responsible tourism. The marshy wetlands intercepted with the reeds and vegetation provide shelter to many waterfowl from October to February. There were days when we simply caught the birds in the nest and twisted their necks, says Nivas, another villager. They earned up to 30,000 a month from selling the meat. Now the poachers have transformed into birding guides and actively protect birds. We could see another lifer from a distance, but our boat got stuck in the middle and we were very worried whether we could reach there. 3 boatmen with their intensive effort could bring us back out of those mud flats where we got stuck for around 10 minutes. We thank them from the core of our hearts. And there it was, a very rare turn. We had planned to see this when we were in the train and if we could see that. It's the Caspian tern. It's the world's largest tern. Adult birds have black legs and a long, thick red-orange bill with a small back tip. They have a white head with a black cap and white neck, belly and tail. The upper wings are black and pale grey. The under wings are pale with dark primary features. In flight, the tail is less forked than other terns and the wing tips are black on the underside. As I fondly said in one of my photographs, love is in the water. These purple swamp hens were in a mood of romance as we could see the male caressing the female with its beaks. It was a great spectacle we saw for the first time. Always wanted to make a video of the northern shoveler. These are such beautiful ducks. Their eyes are bright like a bulb and their feather combination is just mind-blowing. I was lucky to get this opportunity to photograph them. We tried to understand the story of the fishermen who make a lot of effort to make a living from these grasslands. These particular fishermen were actually Bengalis who have settled in Odisha long back and their main occupation is fishing. As you can see, the ocean can be yours. Why should you stop? beguiled by dreams of evanescent dew? The secrets of the sun are yours, but you content yourself with the motes trapped in bimbs. With those words, the Godwit encouraged the ruddy shelduck, the peacock, to look at the bigger picture and aspire for higher goals, explaining that the quest for ultimate wisdom must not be limited by oneself in the system. There were around thousands of birds while we moved our boat for our afternoon safari through the wetlands of Manglajodi. It was a true spectacle of magic which we witnessed. I couldn't believe in my eyes. Our boatman told, "Sir, please take a video of this awesome spectacle." All kinds of birds were there. They were chirping around, they were having food, they were talking with each other, they were flying around, and the sunlight made it even more beautiful. The crimson golden light of the sun, as we fondly say in our birding world. It was magic happening all around.